could face the death penalty.
Rhode Island is set to become the 10th state to legalize gay marriage. The state Senate passed legislation 26-12. The House has already approved it and the governor supports it. The measure does allow religious institutions to set their own rules for who is eligible to marry within their faith and specifies that no religious leader is obligated to officiate gay weddings. Well, joining us now with more is Peter Sprigg, Vice President for Policy at the Family Research Council. Peter, Rhode Island held firm for years in refusing to redefine marriage. What happened to make them give up the fight?
I think the drumbeat within the media has become even more intense this year than it had been in the past. As you said, Rhode Island held out. They prevented the same-sex marriage advocates from succeeding in their so-called 6x12 effort, where they wanted all 6 New England states to have same-sex marriage by 2012. But ironically, the oral arguments in the marriage cases before the Supreme Court led to an increase in volume in that drumbeat from the media, even though the tone of those arguments suggested that the court is not prepared to declare marriage to be a constitutional right.
The Rhode Island bill includes language that says faith-based organizations won't be forced to perform gay marriages, but critics say it doesn't go far enough to protect people of faith. What do you think?
The so-called religious exemptions in the Rhode Island bill actually provide no protections that go beyond what the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution offers, saying that churches do not have to recognize marriages within their faith traditions that conflict with their values, and that clergy do not have to perform marriage ceremonies that conflict with their beliefs, go no further than what the First Amendment would protect. In order to have true religious exemptions, you would have to exempt Christian colleges, universities, schools, nonprofit organizations, businesses, and even individuals, like the florist in Washington State who's being sued because she didn't want to provide the flowers for a homosexual wedding. So all of the so-called religious exemptions are really a fig leaf. There is going to be an inevitable conflict between same-sex marriage and religious liberty.
And quickly, Peter, what is the strategy at this point in time for those defending traditional marriage?
It's important for us to continue to stand strong. Don't believe the myth that's being promulgated by the media that same-sex marriage is inevitable. If we look at the map, it's actually almost entirely confined to one narrow corner of the country. The 7 of the 10 states that are expected to have same-sex marriage shortly are all contiguous in the far northeastern corner of the country. So I think we need to stand firm by the belief that society needs children. Children need a mother and a father. That's a compelling reason to define marriage as the union of a man and a woman.
Very true. Peter Sprigg, the Family Research Council. Thanks, Peter, for being with us.
Thank you.